internet signal like they don't want me to meet new people, man. They don't want me to go viral. Yeah, you got too much going on, man. Feeling good, feeling great. Trying to see what my people up to, man. If you don't know, now you know. Got a video dropping here in a little bit about when I went through a tough time in my life about 20 years ago. I lost everything in a house fire. Drop a video about that. Going through tough time in their life. You know what they say, this too shall pass. And you know, for a lot of years I held on to those traumas, man. I never let it out. I never told nobody, never talked about it. But it felt good, man. It felt good getting that off my chest today. And help somebody. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. You know, everybody probably at work, busy doing stuff today. So I ain't expecting much from this live, but maybe somebody will hop on and say what's up to you, boy. To the one and only Top Z. Out for a little bit. I ain't really got much to talk about, man. These lives kind of almost like making videos more than lives. I like lives because I can meet random people. Also, I can't just get on here and just start rambling about something. I need somebody to got a good workout in today. I ain't feel the greatest this morning. I still woke up early. The powers of working out make you go from having a not so great day to having an excellent day. But yeah, just got to run some errands. I figured I'd hop on live, see what everybody. Appreciate that light, man. Double tap that screen. I appreciate you, whoever did. You're the truth. You the truth. What's up, though, man? What's everybody got going on today, man? Y'all like anybody else take an extra day off? School, going to school, got a new job. What y'all got going on, man? What y'all got going on? What's going on around the world, YouTube? Let me know. What you doing? What you got going on today? Cooking good food, laying out some sunlight, going on a walk. What up? What you got going on? Out with the family. I just want to get on here and just see what everybody's up to, meet some new people around the world. If you don't know about the channel, hey, I just do my part, put out some positive from a real person, try to sugarcoat nothing. You know, I used to be a party animal. I've grown up, and I try to encourage others not to go down that path because it was a waste of time, honestly. How I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing good. Just got done working out, ran some errands. So feeling good. Hope everybody had a good weekend, holiday weekend. Hopefully all y'all spent some time with your families. Told those that you love how much you love them, because you never know. Could be here today and gone tomorrow. That's how life works, man. You got to cherish every day. I'm from America, if that's what you're asking. And if you want to know specifically, I'm from Metro St. Louis area. So it's the middle of America, basically. Yeah, I seen this, man. Been seeing a lot of stuff in the news. I try to stay away from the news as much as possible, but there's been a lot of stuff going on in the world. What about you? Where are you from? I like to meet new people, see what the other parts of the world got going on. Where I'm at is pretty boring, honestly. It's just a lot of farmland. It's kind of a crazy region, because if you go 30 minutes this direction, it's like poverty, city, abandoned homes, people walking around with guns because they're scared for their life and they got to protect themselves, and it's a really, really rough area. And then if you go like 30 minutes that direction, it's super country and people are, riding around on tractors and all kinds of stuff. So it's a very diverse area of America. So you're from Indonesia? Okay. Well, nice to meet you. Hope you're having a great day. What's Indonesia got? What's got going on over there? I can't really say I really know too much about Indonesia. I wish I did. I love other cultures and other people's I just love other cultures, honestly. Like, if I had a bunch of money, I'd probably be traveling all over the world, but yeah, I've never even left America. So you ever come to Indonesia? I would come check out Indonesia. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about leaving America, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, a lot of people give me crap about it, but unless I knew somebody that like if I had a friend that was from another part of the world and they were like, man, I got family over there. It's safe. You're good. Like, don't worry about it. I know where I'm going. I've lived over there for years. Then I would consider maybe possibly going to another part of the world, but I would hate to go somewhere where I don't know the language or don't know the culture, and then like, you know what I mean? And then like, obviously they got tourist destinations and some people don't care. I know like young women that as soon as they graduate high school, that's what they say they want to do. They go like, they want to go backpacking the world and go like travel Europe or travel this place or that place. And I'm like, I was scared for him. I'm like, oh, here's nice place, nice country. Okay. Well, I'm going to put that on the to-do list eventually. I'll come out there. I ain't scared. Well, I'll try not to be. Like I said, it's traveling anywhere is just kind of nerve-wracking. Like, even in America, just to go to like another city and you don't know where. Uh-oh, my internet's messing up again. But yeah, so like, maybe you haven't, maybe you have. Downtown Chicago, the nicer area is, what is your name? Top Z. You just call me Z. Like Z. So if you don't know any better and you're just going on, like, you say you want to visit, you just came to America and you want to go to Chicago, like, if you stay in one part in downtown, it's pretty nice. Like, there's a beach down there, there's a pier, like, where you can go out on the Great Lakes, and the sea's like big, and I've never been there, but I mean, I just going off of what I've been told, and like everybody, yeah, Z, exactly, yep. And what is your name, Angel? Unless it's Angel. It's a pretty cool name. But yeah, so if if you're there and you stay down there, then downtown Chicago, then you should be safe, right? But if you are just traveling around down there and you're like, oh, I heard it's not on the wrong, take the wrong exit or go down the wrong street, it's a war zone. They call it Chirac because they're basically comparing it to comparing it to Iraq, so they call it Chirac. It's like a nickname because it's like a war zone. People are, you know, I say it's a bunch of gangs and a bunch of people that are poor and a lot of people that because in poor areas in America, it's like it's survival of the fittest. Like people are doing anything to a kid, they don't care. They'll it's sad because there's a lot of drugs, a lot of people on drugs, a lot of mental health issues, and then it's just like people are poor, so they're just desperate. So and then you got this person willing to hurt this person and that person willing to hurt this person, and man, people just kill each other all the time. Where I'm at, I read on the news there was a double shooting last night. Like every day when I turn on the news, they just talk about how there was a shooting in some part of St. Louis. And it's sad. Like I'm just like, because people like me and I know we just get numb to it. It's just like, oh, another person shot, another person got killed, another person. But I actually take it personal because I feel like it shouldn't be like that. America is like it's all in the same thing, because you could go somewhere else, like right down the road, like 30 minutes away, where be going to a tourist destination and then make the wrong turn and be going to a tourist destination and then make the wrong turn and be on the wrong exit. Next thing you know, you're in a war zone. So it's like, I don't like really somebody that's already been there that knows where to go, and or it's like, you know what I mean? That's why anytime I go on vacation, I try to know I've already been there before, and I try to go to like a beach or something, so I could just be hanging out on the beach, chilling by the ocean where the so definitely going to another country, even though it's probably safer than America, I'd just be nervous just because you know, you don't know anybody's intentions. Somebody could say, "Oh, buddy, come on, I show you a beautiful place." You follow them, and next thing you know, they try to kidnap you or something. I'm just saying, like, you just hear about people all the time. Like I see like TV shows and stuff, these documentaries, if they weren't true, like people get kidnapped abroad and all this stuff. I know I'm a more of like I'm an overthinker. A lot of people give me crap because they say, "Man, you're overthinking stuff. It ain't like that. Like it's beautiful," and I'm sure it is, but I just don't have the kahunas. Because I know a lot of people that be going to Mexico and stuff, and they tell me how beautiful Mexico is, but I'm like, yeah, I'm scared to go to Mexico. You love America? Have you ever been to America before? It is a beautiful place. Like, America has some worst people, but also has some of the best people because we are so like multicultural and diverse. News and media try to make it seem like everybody hates each other and stuff like that, but it's not true. Like everywhere I go, I see people holding the doors open for other people, and most people like other cultures, like at least I do. No, I'm not yet, but I hope. Hey, where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, but like I said, like America has so many things to offer. It just, you got to have the financial backing to be able. That's one of my things I hope I can do is once my so I have small children, so once they're grown and they're, established and they're living their best life or whatever, hopefully one day I can get me like some kind of like travel camper, and then I could just travel. That that'd be awesome, because like we have everything. We have desert, we have mountains, we have uh beaches, like all bunch of oceans. We got Pacific Ocean, we got Angus Monica. No, Agnes Monica. No, I don't know what that is. Is that a person or is that a place? Told you, I don't know. My friends at work give me crap all the time because I don't know anything about movies. I don't know, like, a lot of my childhood being like just like playing sports and stuff. Ex Monica. Now you got me. I like learning new things, getting on here and meeting new people. Like, teach me some stuff, man. I don't know a lot of things. So I know a lot of things, but then I don't know stuff. So Agnes Monica. So that's why I got to get another phone. So when people are talking to me, I like look up stuff. I got to get a phone on YouTube because it's also taking up a lot of my damn storage on my phone every time I make a. Speaking of, I'm dropping a video today about how my house burned and I lost everything. So and I got kind of emotional in there. So what? Why are you laughing at me? What's Angus Monica? Is that a person? Is that a like some mountains or something? I don't know. Quit making me guess. What is it? What is it? Quit toying with me. Yeah, I like to joke around. I like to make people laugh. That's what I like to do. I make fun of myself, or I'll crack jokes and stuff just to make other people laugh. That's what basically all we do for fun. We would just sit around and crack jokes and make fun of each other because we were so poor. We didn't have nothing else better to do. Sit around and just crack jokes all day. Some fresh air up in this thing. I'm gonna have to look it up since you don't want to tell me. A singer from Indonesia. Oh, hey, I like all kinds of music. You'd be surprised what's Spotify, because like I listen to music in other languages that I don't even know what they're saying. But if it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it. I need to invest in new languages, honestly. I think it's so cool when people are like bilingual. You gotta be a very like disciplined and smart person to know multiple languages. Like people that 2 or 3 languages, 4 languages, like that, it like so amazing. But yeah, what do you guys like to do for fun over there? You guys like to chase snakes around and stuff? I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I thought I seen a documentary one time where it was like Indonesia has a bunch of like a snake problem. Just be having like snakes like all over the place. Maybe am I thinking about somewhere else? See now you I got neighbors out here talking. What you guys do for fun in Indonesia? I don't know why my live's acting stupid today. Why? Why are you doing this to me? But hopefully that didn't cut out when I was telling you. But yeah, I try to tell people like, man, because in America, if you're hanging around the wrong people, like a lot of people do bad stuff. So like to stay out of trouble, you just gotta basically be alone. So like I like to be I'm alone a lot of the time. Come on, keeps cutting out on. I don't know why it's doing this. Hopefully that's better now. But yeah, I'm an introvert person. Like around going on, so most people are just out in left field. So I just did you guys hear anything I said, or is it cutting out again? Thank you, thank you. I bet you're very beautiful yourself. I know that was a horrible accent, wasn't it? I really don't even know what Indonesian accent is. In Indonesia, let me try to make an Indonesian accent. Hold on. Let me try to dig deep in my brain and try to think of. Let me think. What's an Indonesian accent? I can't say I ever met anybody from Indonesia. And if I say, this is gonna show you how stupid I am. Indonesia's in India, right? I used to be really good at geography. I haven't studied the globe. I need to study. I need to get a globe to put in my house. I used to really love, like, that was like one of my favorite subjects. And now I'm a dummy and I forgot everything. You waiting for someone it is. Nah, I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. Nope, I'm not waiting on anybody. I'm just hanging out with you guys. Got water in here with some Celtic salt. Got to stay hydrated. Do you work out at all? Do you like to exercise? Is Indonesian people into fitness? Like, what do you guys like to do for fun? Do you work out at all? Do you like go running or lift weights or no? I'm not go to the gym. Why not? You don't like working out? You don't like being in good shape? I know it's not easy. It's tough, but it's worth it. Once you work, sometimes work. Yeah. It's it's just one of those things you got to kind of, start little by little, and then the more you do it, the better you get at it. So like you could just start by going like for like a walk, and then the next time walk a little faster, and then the next time walk a little faster, and the next thing you know you're running, and then you can start just like picking things up and setting things down, and little by little you can, you build your way up. But yeah, your health is wealth. You don't, I don't know how old you are, but when you start getting older like me, I'm 35. And when you start getting older, your body starts to go downhill if you don't take care of it. And so basically what I do is I just want to be, when I'm 50 and I'm 60, if I make it that 90, 100, if I live to be that long, I want to be, I don't want to have like a bunch of like things wrong with me and have to live in pain every day, or, you know what I mean? So if you do things now, when you get older, then you won't have to deal with those type of deal. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with that type of issue. But if you, yeah, I'm 35. How old are you? Yep. I'm old, I know. See these gray hairs? I'm starting to get a bunch of gray hairs. Getting old sucks. How old are you, Angel? If you don't mind me asking. I'm older than you. I guess that is kind of rude asking a lady, huh? Asking a lady her age. You're older than me? Nah. That's good then. Old and wise. That's what I tell people when they try to, the younger kids try to make fun of me. Say, yeah, I'm old, but I'm wise. Us older people, we've been through a lot, so you know, we're wise. We're wise. Wise old man. Yeah, yeah. What are you doing today? You just hanging out? You at work? What you got going on? You just laying around? Chasing tigers around or what? Got 3 people in the chat, man. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up so more people could come in here. We have more stuff to talk about. It's nighttime, almost morning. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, good morning. What are you doing up so early? Get to sleep. No, I'm just playing. I appreciate you coming on the live, though. And I appreciate the compliments. Because now that I'm getting old, man, it's tough out here. What time is it here? It is. I left my watch in the house. It's 2:23 p.m. 2:23 p.m. So it's the middle of the day. I'm just hanging out. I just wanted to let people know that I'm dropping a little video today. Man, I've been trying to stay consistent and drop motivational content little by little. I made a video yesterday about my experience with the military. So just making little videos. Hopefully I can help somebody. That's my goal, is to help people that might be going through a tough time in their life. Because a lot of people are, cold-hearted these days, and nobody really cares about nobody. And so I just want to show people that, there are people out here that still care about other people. I might not have all the answers. I might not be able to help a person in their situation, but I can at least give them, a shoulder to lean on, or an ear to listen to. Sometimes you just need to talk to somebody. That's what I try to do. Why you like alone? Are you single? Why you like alone? No, I'm not alone. I'm not single. But I do like being alone, though. I don't know why. I guess I've been around a lot of bad people in my life. And so, when you're alone, you don't have to worry about nobody else being, shady, or, a lot of people are fake. And so dealing with fake people, I don't like being around fake people. And a lot of people are fake. So I like staying by myself. What about you? Are you single? Are you married? You say you're older than me. You got to be married. Yeah, it's hard to find people that aren't fake. But I know there's a few people still out there like us, hopefully. I can't get hydrated enough, man. I've been drinking water all day. I want to go swimming. I love swimming. Yesterday was Memorial Day, so all the pools are open now. I'm a widow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know that's got to be tough. I'm widow. Yeah, that's sad. Yeah. Most are fake from seeing too much fake TV, TikTok, Insta. It's a load of bollocks. What's up, R1X? You're exactly right. Yeah. I'm glad somebody else knows what I'm talking about, man. People don't even know what it's like to have a real, genuine connection with anybody anymore. Everything is, like you said, like, I think it all started like when Facebook first came out, because like before it's like people when I don't know if you guys remember MySpace. MySpace was kind of like the popular online social media before Facebook came around. And, you know, that was the start. Basically, the internet was like the start of the demise of people just being like the uproar, I should say, of people being fake. Because, you know, MySpace was cool because you could have like music when you came onto the page, and like you had pictures that you would upload. But then like when Facebook came around, it's like when people started really trying to like pretend to be somebody they weren't. And then, yeah, it's just been going up and up and up since then. Yeah, bro, it's sad. I feel it. I had MySpace in line after high school. Yeah, MSN. Yeah, that old school yeah, that's old school right there. That's like the first thing. AOL, dial up. You had to wait for the internet to like, just to get on the internet, you had to wait like 30 minutes for it to just be beep, beep, beep. And it'd be sitting there beeping at you for 30 minutes, and then finally you get online and you can send a message to somebody. Yeah, those are good old days. But now everybody just pretends, you know, they take pictures next to cars that aren't theirs, and they try to pretend like they're tough, and everybody wants to talk about everybody behind their back, but won't say nothing to their face. And it's just, you know. But it's all online stuff. I know when people are in real life, people don't act like that, you know. My mate had a dial up. Those days are golden. Yeah. Yeah, that was. I remember, man. Just every time I heard that noise, like I knew it was about to be a good time, because like to get online, like we used to play online like video games on the computer, like when like the very first computer came out. So I just remember hanging out with my uncle, and just because he was a big computer like nerd back then, and I just remembered like that when I hear that dial-up noise, it just brings back like nostalgia vibes like crazy. Because I knew I was about to have a good time. We were about to stay up all night playing video games, and yeah, send out a few messages on MSN. Yeah, you remember whenever you used to like, people used to like put like the very first emojis on MSN. You would like copy and paste a link, and then it would like draw like an alien or something. That used to be fun. When I got a PS1 and GTA came out, Spyro, MSN was fun, nudging people. Right, exactly. Yeah, the PS1, man, that was like, I didn't have a PS1, my uncle did. But I remember a lot of fun games on that. Like we used to play this game called Ace Combat. It was like where you would fly like fighter jets. That was a fun game I remember playing on there. But yeah, I got a PlayStation 2, and that's when I really started like having fun on the games. Like that's when I really started playing GTA. I don't even get a chance to play video games no more, man. I'm just so busy all the time. That's what's up, though, man. Yeah, the world's gone to shit. Yeah, for sure, bro. There's still a few of us still out there that are keeping it real, and just, you know, like me, I've been more like appreciative of the like of small things lately. I guess because I'm getting older, but like materialistic stuff just don't do nothing for me no more. Like, you know, I like just being able to go sit outside, peace and quiet around some like I got like a bunch of birds in my backyard that I like just going out there and letting the birds fly around me and just like, I know it's like old people stuff, just bird watching, but for real, like when you've been through a lot like I have, like I don't, man, I'm like some people never grow up. They just love drama their whole life. There's always something going on. They're always doing something. They don't know how to just sit still. I like just chilling, man, and enjoying life. Like while I have, you just never know. Anything could happen to anybody. A tree branch could fall on me right now. Some Final Destination type stuff. And I just like being appreciative of whenever it's a good, beautiful day like today and the sun's out. You know what I mean? Spending time hanging out. That's what life's about, man. It's about laughing, spending, spending time with loved ones, giving people, you know what I mean? Positive. Be positive. Life's gonna throw a lot of negative curveballs your way, but just try to make the best of it. That's it. That's what I try to do, at least. And it doesn't always work. I'm not perfect, but try. Book the holiday for family to come to chill. Some people to do. 90% of my mates, yeah. That's just people, man. That's just, misery loves company, So like, if somebody is not living the best life themselves, then they try to project it onto other people, and they want other people to feel the same way they feel. And I get it, but there's better ways to live. Where you going on holiday at, man? I know you got to be from the UK or something. Now you from Europe talking about holiday. Americans, we all say vacation. I'm about to go on a vacation. I know the Europeans always say holiday. England, nice. Yeah, unfortunately, I'd probably never go to England. And not to say that, like England always sounds cool. Like I got a friend that goes there all the time. He goes all over, like loves going to England and Europe and London and stuff, but I just don't really like y'all's weather for real. Like it just be raining all the time. I'd be mad if I go spend a bunch of money, fly over the ocean and get to England and it's raining the whole time. Like I'd be mad. Well, where are you going on vacation to? Where are you going on a holiday? Angel, you still in here? What you got going on? What's the last vacation y'all went on? Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about what was the last vacation you went on and the next vacation you want to go on. Check out this bird right here. I got a super cool bird just sitting right here. I'm gonna let some fresh air up in here. All right, I'll go first since y'all don't want to tell me. The last vacation I went on was, I want to say, it's been a while. I went to Florida. No, I lied. See, I lied. The last vacation I went on was, I went to Las Vegas. In Nevada, in America. It's called Las Vegas, Nevada. That's where like there's just a bunch of it's just a very big city that has a lot to do. It's a good tourist destination. There's a lot of drinking and gambling. They call it Sin City because it's a lot of people doing dumb stuff. But I mean, there is a lot to see even if you don't, they have really good food. They got a lot of shows. It's cheap to go there because it's just a tourist destination. So I mean, you could go to Las Vegas for a weekend or for a week, and it'd be cheap. It's just a cheap destination. So, yeah, that was the last place I went. was Vegas. And I had a good time, but I went at a bad time. I went in April, not this April, it was 2 years ago, but I went in April, and the forecast was supposed to be, because in like Las Vegas, it's in the middle of the desert, right? So you could go there, and usually it's hot all year round. At least it's warm all year round, but definitely in the summer it gets like super hot. But in April and May and stuff, it's like, it's hit or miss. Like one day, because like I was there for like 3 or 4 days, and 2 out of the 3 days, it was one day it was just regular. It was like normal temperature. It wasn't warm enough to swim, but it wasn't like cold or anything. And then 2 out of the days, it was like super windy, and it was cold. It was so cold I didn't even want to stand outside, which was crazy to be. I mean, it is the desert, so it does get cold too. But like, it was in the middle of the day and it was cold. And then the next day it was like 80 something degrees and we went swimming. Like, the weather was just crazy in April. I'll never go back in April. If I ever go back, which I don't plan on it, but if I end up going back, it'll be during the it'll be during the summer months, because it sucked that I had this beautiful pool at my hotel, and I could only go swimming in it for one day. Yeah, it rained all day today. Just driving about 5 hours south to a beach. One of my customers own a property, so I got half price. The USA is huge, though. Think UK fits in there like 40 times. Damn. Yeah, America is pretty huge. That's what I was just saying to Angel on here. I was telling her, like, there's so much for me to see in America, for me to like leave America and go like to other places in the world. It's like, it's kind of pointless, because unless, I haven't even seen the entirety of my country to like start going to other places. I don't know. Plus I'd be nervous going out of the country and not knowing where I'm going. But America is weird, because like I was saying earlier, like, we got beaches, the most beautiful beaches in the world. Then we also have deserts. We got mountains. We got all kinds of stuff. We got just country, like fields where it's just country. Forest. We got, Yellowstone National Park. We got all that stuff. But, also there's a lot of bad areas in America too. So it just depends on where you go, because you could be thinking you're going on vacation somewhere nice, and then you get there and it's shitty. So our government needs to step up and clean up our cities. That's for sure. Okay, Angel, thank you for coming in here. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. I know you got to go to sleep. Thank you for coming. I hope you subscribe to the channel and come back and visit me next time. You got everything there. Makes sense. I went to Mexico once. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of friends that actually go to Mexico. And, they tell me it's fine. Nothing happened. I was like, I would love to move to Mexico, honestly, because it's cheap. At least that's what I heard. It's cheap. I love like Spanish culture. Like, most Spanish people just be chilling, having fun, hanging out. They don't need a lot of material stuff. They just, they're all about family and stuff like that. But I also ain't trying to get kidnapped by no cartel or nothing. So I watched too many damn documentaries that fried my brain. And now I'm paranoid and scared to go out of the country. I don't want to get kidnapped abroad. Which, that shit does happen, bro. Like, you just never know. So yeah, my next vacation I want to go on is going to be, I want to go on a cruise. I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise before, but I keep on hearing a bunch of good stuff about cruises. Like a lot of my like friends and family have been going on cruises and they say they love it. Like they're addicted to it. They keep going back and going on cruise, spending all their money, racking up their credit cards to go on cruises. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to check one out. And it's a scary world out here, man. And I don't get how these like I was just saying, telling Angel, I was like there's girls that are like 18 that just graduated high school and are like, I want to travel the world, mom. And they, you know what I mean? They get a book bag and then they go traveling and across Europe and they go to all these different countries and they want to go study abroad and all this stuff. And I'm like, you got heart. But they're just naive is what it is. And that's the thing. When you're naive like that, that's how you get messed up. But you know, a lot of people make fun of me too because they call me an overthinker. Like, oh, you're paranoid, you're overthinker. And it's like, all right. You could go swim in the ocean. I'm not, because I'm not about to get eaten by a shark. Oh, ain't no sharks out here. It's good. You being paranoid. All right. And then be the same people that get eaten by a shark. Eaten by a shark. I like adrenaline just as much as the next person. Like I like going on roller coasters and stuff like that. But when it comes to shady stuff, I don't even go in neighborhoods in my own city that I don't know. Like if I've never been into, like I'm not just gonna go down. Like I posted a couple of videos on my channel, a couple of shorts. If you go see, there's a girl just went to Turkey. She died day one and she's been returned to home country and her heart's missing. See, that's exactly. See, exactly. So I'm not paranoid. So thank you. I appreciate you, R1, coming in here and dropping gems like that. That's why I said I need to get another phone for YouTube so I can record and like look, or like a laptop or something, which I do have one. I just got to charge it, but I need to be like having my laptop out so I can like Google articles when I'm talking about stuff. But yeah, exactly. I don't trust none of that stuff, man. Like, oh, it's beautiful over here. Come, you know what I mean? Yeah, right. You ain't set me up. But people do it all the time. They fall in love with somebody online and they think that, you know, that person really cares about them, and they get over there and then, yeah, next thing you know, they disappear. I'm good. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy story, man. But I mean, shit, where I'm at, it's crazy too, man. People, like, every time I turn on the news, it's double shooting last night. Like, literally, there was a double murder last night, which is easy to do if you watch my video that I posted on my shorts. Like, in Missouri, there's an open carry law, so people are allowed to just walk around with their guns out, which is, you know, all fine and dandy. But everybody also is poor. There's a drug epidemic, and there's a lot of gang activity, and there's a lot of just, you know, crazy people that are willing to kill or be killed all day, every day. That's all they think about. And so, you know, it's every day I turn on the news. It's another shooting. 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 And it's sad, man. And what are our politicians doing to help out the inner cities? Nothing. There's nowhere for the youth to go besides the streets. It's a generational curse because poor people are having, you know, kids at young ages because they're having unprotected sex with random people. So these kids are growing up without fathers. And then because the fathers are just having sex with whoever and not trying to be in the kids' life. And then, so now this kid's growing up with a single mom in a poor place with no father. And I know because I've been there. I was literally raised by a single mother in a poor ass place without a father. And what did I do? I turned to the streets for you know, for a father figure. You know what I mean? I got family in Wisconsin, not sure of the gun laws there. Yeah, me neither. Every state, literally every state has their own different gun laws. It's crazy. Because you could be in one state and be following the law 100%, and then next thing you know, you go across the county line or the state line, and next thing you know, you're in violation or whatever it goes. So it's just like, it's stupid. I don't know what's better, like, because, you know, obviously we got our politicians over here are so like divided that they can't come up with a good solution, because there's more guns than there are Americans, you know what I mean? So like there's just millions of guns, and a lot of them aren't registered, so like there's no way to even collect them all if they wanted to. And a lot of Americans ain't going to give up their guns if they even tried to take them. So you got that. And then, you know, criminals, they don't follow the law. So the other politicians, they just try to pile on all these laws. Criminals don't care about laws because that's why they're criminal. They're not trying to follow no laws. My pap's daughter lived there in America, and her husband shot them all and himself. Was sad. My pap was never the same. This was about 10 years ago. It was on the national news. Yeah. People do crazy shit all the time, dude. Like, especially when it comes to like domestic violence, like that's an uproar, because, you know, I'm not, I want all the violence to stop. I want around the world, man. I was just talking about this because somebody was asking me to talk about Palestine yesterday, and I was like, well, I don't really know nothing about Palestine. I never lived there, never been over there, don't have any friends from there. Same thing with Israel. I don't know any, you know, I don't know. All I know is it's a lot of senseless killing for no reason. We're all human, but just because they believe in a different religion or they look different or whatever, people just were ready to kill, you know, for no reason. It's stupid. And it's the same way in the cities in America. Like, people just are killing their neighbor just because they walked down the wrong street and they didn't know who they were. Literally. Watch my videos. That's very close to where I'm at. Luckily, I've, you know, gotten myself out of that environment. That's basically an environment that I grew up in, though. And it's sad. Like, people are walking down the street with big ass assault rifles for protection, because every car that drives past, they gotta be paranoid because they don't know if somebody's gonna just start shooting at them. And, you know, if somebody comes down the street and they don't know, they're ready to shoot them because they don't know if they're a friend or a foe. It's like it's worse than a war zone. It probably ain't even like that in Afghanistan or like any of these other like places around the world where it's just like shit going on. Like, it's wild. And imagine you're a tourist and you like, oh, I want to go to Chicago or, you know, Baltimore or St. Louis, or I want to go to these places. And you're just driving and the GPS takes you down the wrong street and you don't know where you're going and you're trying to figure it out. And you go down the wrong street and a bunch of people just start shooting at you because they think you're one of their ops, one of their, you know, their enemies. And so they don't know who you are. So they just start shooting at you. It's crazy. Yeah, I should, shouldn't I? I'll have to watch. Probably not the best idea, actually, if that's a bad. I'd have no chance, especially as soon as I talk British. Yeah, the thing is, if it depends how you carried yourself. I lived in a very rough area, and, you know, I minded my own business when I needed to, and I defended myself when I needed to, and I was just cool with everybody. So you'd be surprised being like just a chill ass person and minding your own business. A lot of people that are into that shit is because they're selling drugs or they're doing bad shit, and then the bad karma just comes back to them. But you'd probably get robbed, though, for sure. I wouldn't suggest stopping and asking for directions. So steal your car. They might not kill you, but they're gonna steal your car, rob your pockets, maybe take your shoes off, your pants off, make you walk home naked. But I don't know if they're just going to shoot you. I mean, it just depends. If it's at nighttime, yeah, they're probably just going to shoot you because they don't know. They'd rather shoot first and ask questions later. And then the word gets around, hey, don't go down First Street or Second Street, because if you do, you know, and the police can't do nothing about it because there's just so much of it going on, they can't contain it. It's just too many people doing it. I mean, the youth has nowhere for them to go. Like, they have no, you know, outlet. If you're born in this shit, like a lot of people say, well, why don't they just stop? Okay, 90% of them would just stop. But then you got 10% of the people who don't want to stop, and they're going to shoot you even if you try to work a regular job at fucking McDonald's and you're walking home. Oh, what's up? You think you all that because you work at McDonald's? Like, I'll rob you. You know what I mean? And it's like, so you got no choice but to walk around with a gun. Otherwise, you're going to get robbed and shot, even if you're trying to do the right thing. There's a lot of good people that are just forced to live that type of life, and it sucks. Meanwhile, our government's sending all our money, all our tax dollars overseas, you know what I mean, to go fight these wars in another country, or they're stealing the money and putting it in their pockets and pretending like they're using it for, you know, stupid shit. That's why they started, you know, doing investigations on where all our money's going, because it ain't going to our cities, it ain't going to our inner cities. Like, there's so many abandoned homes, abandoned businesses, like homelessness, drugs, gang violence, gun violence, robberies. Like, man, every time I turn on news, it's something else. It's bullshit. But, you know, what are we going to do? Protest? Like, that doesn't get us nowhere. They're still good. Politicians are still going to do what they want to do. The police are going to, you know, shoot tear gas at you or, you know, nothing ever happens. So, and then these people get treated like shit. Like, most people that are born in the inner city, they don't have a chance because there's no businesses, there's nowhere for them to work. So they have no choice to either starve or try to get money by any means necessary, which means criminal activity. And it's not something they want to do. If there was a bunch of businesses and everybody was getting money, like, man, there's so many like good people that are forced to go down that bad path. And people say, oh, well, they have a choice. It's like, okay, you say that until you live there and you could see, or you go drive through there and see what the kind of conditions they're forced to live under. Not knowing where they're going to sleep, not knowing if they're going to get shot, not knowing, you know, it's just all kinds of shit. So you have no choice but to either, if you live in a neighborhood and 90% of the people, no, 99% of the people are in a gang, or they're, you know, living the street life, and you try to be that 1% that's like, well, I don't want to be a part of the gang, guys. You know, I want to work a 9 to 5 at McDonald's or Walmart or something. Like, they're going to look at you like, oh, so you don't got our backs? Like, you know, and they're going to turn on you. So not only are you going to have the enemies that don't live in your neighborhood trying to kill you, you got your own people that look at you as a traitor because you ain't having their backs. So then they're going to try to fuck you. So it's like, you got no choice. It's either, you know what I mean? Unless you just totally move. There's a lot of construction that could be going on, but no. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure there is. There probably is a lot now. We just had a tornado come through here. A tornado came through like 2 weeks ago on it was the 16th. So whatever that is, 2 weeks ago. And it came through, and it only lasted 20 minutes, and it tore through all the way through St. Louis. It started in St. Louis. It dropped down in St. Louis and then went across the river, and then it tore up some of Illinois. Like, it went from west to east. You know, it was only 20 minutes long, but it was like the tornado was like a mile wide. 5 people died and like 40 people were injured. There's a bunch of videos of it online. If you Google St. Louis tornado, it was EF3. So it wasn't like one of the worst. Like an EF5 is like the worst. But I mean, it was pretty bad. A lot of people's roofs got ripped off. So yeah, there's plenty of construction going on now. But the thing is, where it hit was like, well, it hit a bunch of different areas, but Like, it hits some of the poor communities. That's the sad part. And like, they don't got money to get their whole roof replaced. They probably don't have, the homeowners insurance ain't gonna cover it. So like, a lot of people just got like big holes in the roof. They had to move, or it's just more problems on top of problems, man. It sucks. Yeah, and not many people are buying. Exactly. Interest rates are through the roof, so not a lot of people are even trying to buy new construction. Lumber's through the roof, labor's through the roof. Everybody's just upcharging because they're like, well, they're charging more for this, I'm going to charge more. And then it's just a domino effect, and just everybody just keeps charging more and more and more and more. So now you can't even get like work done without paying an arm and a leg, because people are just going to charge you way more than what so it's best to just like Google this shit on YouTube and do it yourself. Almost sucks, but or you got to pay out of pocket. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like construction jobs. There's a lot of them, but everything's a money scheme nowadays, y'all. So like, the owner of the construction company is going to try to squeeze every little bit of money out of you. So they're going to make you break your back. They're not going to pay you what you should be getting paid as a worker, because they'll just get somebody that's, you know what I mean, that's willing to do it. There's always somebody that's going to be willing to do a shit job for no money. We got so many illegals in the country right now. I mean, shit. They'd be love to work for $10 an hour. They'd be thinking they're rich as hell. Whereas like a normal person, a normal American citizen is not going to just, break their back and do a construction job, roofing or anything like that for $10 an hour. So, I don't know. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Well, what's up, though? What y'all got going on, Wayne? What you got going on today? You making some money? You working hard, or you hardly working? I had 16 people in the chat, and I ain't got nobody. Damn, y'all done left me. Oh, that's cool. I'm about to go. Anyways, I've been on here for an hour. Oh, met a few new people. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you don't know, now you know. I'm dropping a video today, probably in like an hour. Just basically talking about, I want to help other people by telling my stories about like traumatic events that I've went through and how I've dealt with it. And then hopefully maybe somebody else is going through something that maybe get something out of it. I don't know. But like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all y'all hopping on that you did hop on. Thank you. Hopefully one of these days I can be cool enough to where there's 100 people in the chat talking, and we can have a good conversation. It's kind of hard for me to talk to myself. And then, but I'm doing the best I can, y'all. But, all right, everybody. Unless somebody's got something to say, I got a person in the chat, got something to say, I'll stick around for a little bit longer, but I can only talk for so long. I'm not a big talker, honestly. That's what kind of sucks, because I know people on YouTube, they want to, when they're scrolling through and they see somebody live, they want to see them just blah, 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 like talking hella fast and being loud, and that's just not me. I'm not a loud person, and I don't have that energy to just be, yelling and bitching about stuff, and I know people want to hear about polarizing topics, and so I guess that's just either something I need to work on, or can't expect 1,000 people in the chat when you're just chilling. Hey, good chatting to you too, man. I appreciate you. Nice meeting you. Hey, I see you're a real one, so hey, I'm glad. I'm trying to. One of these times when I get on live, hopefully there'll be a bunch of people, because I do have a lot of people that get on my chats on a regular that are like cool people, and that I'm building up a nice little crowd of just real people. So they're probably all at work right now, but hopefully one day I'll get on live, and everybody will be on here and we can chat it up and have a good time. So if you ever need anything to talk about, man, I'm here for you. I appreciate you, like I said, hopping on here. Don't forget to subscribe, so that way whenever I go live, and if you got a channel, I'll subscribe back. So let me know. But all right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time.